Hello, welcome to another Forgotten Realms gaming video. I'm Telshaz, and we're here tonight to talk about the new meta, Doctor Strange. Yep, in the deck I've been playing called The Strangest Secret. Now, this is the Mystic version of Doctor Strange. There's an argument made that the new meta is actually the Dark Dimension version, and we'll have a video about that at some point. I've been playing the Mystic version. I think it's a little more consistent. I quite enjoy it. I just wanted to go over it with you guys. And so without further ado, Strange's Secret. And so here we are to take a look at the deck list, guys. And so what we've got here is, this is Doctor Strange portion of it. Obviously 4 copies of the Doctor Strange right there. Guard, Iron Will on 30 armor. When being teleported to the battlefield, deal in damage to 2 random opponents and dismantle their equipment, wherein is equal to this card's power. So the first one is 10, that is 20, that is 40. Okay, and also goes up to 4 random opponents, just so you guys know. After he gets attacked, you teleport him back to your hand, which will always happen because he's got Iron Will, so he's not going to die, right? Unless he gets punctured, I guess. More often than not, the way to counter him is to have him become bewitched, which we'll go over in a little bit. Then you got Voodoo's Call. Once per battle, when a friendly mystic character is teleported to your battlefield, summon the friendly mystic character with the highest cost that has been defeated in this battle and equip them with a random equipment that has the same cost. Hopefully the answer to that is the Doctor Strange. Okay. Then we've got Shallow. When being teleported to the battlefield, teleport a character to the battlefield with them. Okay. And obviously that goes to 2 characters to the battlefield with them. And technically it goes to 4, although I do not have 4 copies, and I don't know that I would recommend running 4 copies. It's a little excessive. You got the Ancient One. When a friendly mystic character is teleported in your hand, give all mystic characters in your hand plus 5 power and plus 10 armor. After taking action, teleport the mystic character at the highest cost to your battlefield and recover all damage they took. So after he takes his turn, okay, he does that, and then it triggers his other ability. The Eye of Agamotto, plus 3 power, plus 3 armor. However, last words, add a basic copy of the equipped character and this equipment to your hand. This equipment will be teleported along with mystic characters in the battle, so you can start the battle with this and the dragon in your hand. They will come into battle together. Very, very powerful. Wong has Guard, and after being attacked, he deals 10 damage to the nearest opponent and teleports this card in your hand. Unfortunately, the nearest opponent half the time is the one that just attacked you and is basically dead anyways, and that part is kind of terrible. I'm debating running it with Displacement instead of Wong, which is once per battle when a friendly character is attacked, teleport a mystic character to the highest cost to your battlefield. We'll see if I get there. I'm not sure yet. The problem with it is that our mystic characters are up here, and so it slows the deck down a lot. Alright. You've got the Staff of Legba. Gain plus 4 power. Add a random Guardian mystic character with a cost of 4 lower to your hand, i.e. Wong. Trigger 4 times in each battle. Okay. Zelma Stanton. After taking action, teleport the mystic character to the highest cost to your battlefield. Give them plus 4 power, i.e. typically Wong. Late game, it's going to be these guys, though. And if it's the dragon, he comes in and brings somebody with him. Okay. Return to Center is an amazing card. Move a Mystic or Dark Dimension character to your hand. Refresh the shop. So it's the same price as refreshing the shop, right? Except for it brings the character back to your hand, and it will include a Mystic or Dark Dimension card that you do not have when you do the refresh. So it'll refresh and include a card I don't typically have in the deck, right? Or in my hand. So that's pretty awesome. And then Ring of Compulsion kind of triggers the deck to run here. So plus 3 power for the equipment, and then teleport the mystic character to the highest cost to your battlefield. So again, bringing in these cards. So you've got the staff that'll generate cards into your hand, and then you've got whoever's got the ring on it to bring those cards to the field. And then depending on which cards are brought to the field, they'll bring more cards to the field, and they teleport in and out, and they cause a full-on battle for us. As I'm sure you guys know, it's a very cool mechanic. It works quite well. This is the best version of it for a Mystic deck that I have so far. I have seen it ran with the Shield of Seraphim if you need extra health. We've got an answer for that in here. And I've also seen it ran with displacements, but I believe the Eye of Agamotto is stronger and Wong is too crucial. Just my early thoughts. Okay? All right. Let's go to the neutral cards because they matter. So, aim soldiers here, cost of support characters and shop -1. It's going to help generate cheaper buys for us. Modoc, going to help generate more gems, right? For each support card in the shop, gain 1 battle gem. You'll notice how many support cards we're playing. And obviously we've got 4 copies of Tony Stark, and that's really the only reason we're running Iron Man, besides Convergence Beam, which does nice against Black Widow, Captain Marvel. The decks, they're kind of tough to beat. Okay, so Tony Stark, of course, another support character, you know, kind of works in conjunction with these two. Okay, we have Explosive Trap Tech in the deck to beat Ego. Urgent Shrink for some early life health gain and mainly the gems. Resolute Assault is how I've chosen to gain our health here instead of running the shield. Not a lot of other 4-drops really, I think, worth running in this deck. Okay, Rallying Cry fills in as a 5 because there's just not really anything else going on. It can hit some of those 4s for you. Ant-Man is really good in the mirror match to attack your opponent and get rid of things like Ring of Compulsion and Staff of Legba, which will give you the heads up play there. Black Panther is a card that I just run, and so you can run Black Panther late game to give all your Mystics retaliate, and then so when taking attacks, they deal double the damage to the attacker. If you notice, everything on your board late game is going to end up being those Guardian cards. So I think it pairs really well. I couldn't find a better 6-drop to run, honestly, so that's what we're doing here. And then Thanos, of course, is Thanos, and he's going to give you the snap ability if you need it. And snapping with Doctor Strange is really good because he gets teleported in as long as you don't snap one of the triggers. And that's also kind of why I'm thinking about displacement version of this deck, which I have ran. It's less consistent, but you can do it. You can snap your boards in game and then displace him into play too, guaranteed, which is kind of nice. All right, the rest of Iron Man looks like the normal shell you run when you're just running him as a support character. I don't think we need to really cover that. And then I've got Thor, and the main reason I have Thor is A, it tempos nicely, nice little tempo, but I've got 5 copies of Thor in here, which pairs well with that Wakanda Retaliate combo that we talked about. And I've also got Angela for the snipe ability of certain characters on the other side of the field, which has come in handy once or twice. You can run other characters in the spot. Thor is certainly not necessary. I've seen people run Spider-Man for the stuns if you need them. I've seen people run Star-Lord and the Gladiators for a bunch of ramp and tempo. So you can do it however you like to do it. The most consistent is probably Star-Lord, if I'm being honest. I run it this way. It's a little more techy, and it beats the decks that I've been having trouble beating because I've noticed the Doctor Strange meta goes one of 2 ways. You either roll and absolutely annihilate your opponent, or you typically get rolled because you fail to put together the Strange combo. The rest of it doesn't really matter, so to me, the tech versions of Thor are more important. And I'll try and demonstrate that for you here. Still running Power Recruitment, guys, 22 health. Add a random card to the shop. Make sure you put together the beginning pieces here. Sorry, not that one. The hero power you most likely want in this deck typically is Sorcerer Supreme. When you upgrade to shop level 6, you assemble 2 mystic cards cost 5 or lower, which is typically Shao and the Ancient One, or Shao and the Eye of Agamotto, all of which are good. You get them for free. It allows you to push to 6 quicker, okay? And that's kind of the basics of what you're running in Mystic Doctor Strange. I wouldn't say it's a perfect deck. I would say it's a good deck. And I would say it's currently the meta. A lot of people are playing it, which is what makes it the meta. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best deck in the game, but it's certainly competitive. It's certainly a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and turn myself back on here, and let's go. All right, using the Strange's Secret. As you can see, I did have another Doctor Strange deck there. That is the Dark Dimension version. We'll do a video on that later. I think this is the version more people have the cards to, and I think it's the one that is easier to play. I don't know, just a little more standard, if I'm being honest. Dark Dimension has some very, very powerful cards, but hard to put together.
Now you face Doctor Strange.
All right, here we go. And so here's a perfect example of AIM Soldiers and the power of this deck, guys. So here we go. We're going to start with AIM Soldiers, Madam Mask, and we'll get Clow. We can go ahead and play those out, get the buffs going. And it's almost like having a Ghost turn 1 without the Ghost, right? So, and hopefully we can keep hitting the AIM Soldiers, and we're just going to ping into a lot of Value Town early, and that's how we get the tempo out of this deck. That's why I'm not running the Star-Lord version. I found enough tempo in this build. But certainly options. Lots of options. By no means am I saying this is the best version of Doctor Strange in the game, but it does work. It does win, and I'm bringing it to you guys today. All right, here we go. So, gonna grab Return to Sender. It's a great card. Gonna grab Rings of Compulsion. It helps the deck go. Asp is just better than Absorbing Man. That's the only reason we're doing that. We're gonna give this here, mainly because I want to make sure this stays alive. We're gonna hold on to that for later. Don't have any Mystics to target with it anyways, but it's good to have around. All right, so we got ghosted into what we don't know by the Mad Tiger. That was an unfortunate hit for us. That 33% is gonna definitely cost us this fight. Wish we would have hit the ghost first, so we take an extra point of damage there, but oh well. Actually, we lost two 33%ers. That's rough. All right, so here's a really good draw for us and 3 Autobuys. Zelma, the Staff, and the Shrink, okay? The Shrink has to happen, and we actually hope we lose this fight, although we may not. Zelma and her Staff, and now let's talk about how this is gonna work, okay? So Zelma and the Staff. So the Staff, gain +4 power, add a random Guardian Mystic character with cost 4 lower to your hand. Wong, typically. Trigger 4 times in each battle. And then the character herself, guys, after taking action, teleport the Mystic character at the highest cost to your battlefield and get them +4 power. So she triggers her own self. Does that make sense? That's great. Just great. There's no other way around it. That's why we bought it. That's why we're doing it. Here we go. Again, we shrunk. We don't care if we lose this fight. We'd be okay with it. All right, he comes back, and then watch. The Ring of Compulsions brings him back again. That's why we have that order there, by the way. So learning to play this deck is a little rough. Turn order of operations, rough. Late game, a lot of turns, a lot of stuff going on. But when you do it correctly, we got 4 times the attack power off that guy, and that's going to win us this fight. 5 times, actually. See that?
Breathe deep.
Now, unfortunately, we don't get the Urgent Shrink to go up, but there's not going to be a better time to use it anyways, so we might as well use it here. Okay, I told you earlier, Sorcerer Supreme's the way to go, and we get it with the bonus 4 gems. It's perfect. Return to Sender is amazing. We don't need another Ring of Compulsions, but it's a 2-cost card. We've got a bunch of holders for it, right? So, what are we going to do now? We're going to upgrade, and then we're going to free shop refresh by doing this. And it's going to bring in cards that we want. Everybody got that? Okay. So here we go again. We're going to do it one more time. Okay. And so I literally grabbed these 2 off that shop refresh. It guarantees our draw, guys. Okay. Here's this. Now we're going to give that there. Okay. Now we can change the order of operations a little bit. Check this out. This goes here because the Ring of Compulsion is going to trigger the Mystic character with the highest cost of the battlefield. That's Wong. He's going to come in with the Eye of Agamotto. Then she's going to generate a card, right? And summon it as well, because one of these is going to die, most likely. And then this will bounce back and get Ring of Compulsion again. Plus, this allows Ulysses to buff everything to start the fight. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, you'll see it work right now. So there's the spot we were talking about. Figured that would die. Here comes the Wong. It's going to get attacked because it has guard. Okay. Now she's going to trigger. Okay. Going to come back. Now the Ring of Compulsion is going to trigger. Going to do it again. Our board's not even getting touched. There's just the Wong show. Perfect hit. We do it all over again. Everybody got that? So again, you don't even need the extra rings. You're just going to bring Wong back over and over and over again. But is with this. Urgently Shrink, that's fine. We just don't want to lose health. We're just ramping our deck. Okay? So, we don't have any more Return to Senders, unfortunately. But because of the board we've built and how strong it is, we can make 2 decisions. We can push here, right? Or we can stay. We've already got a Wong. I'm going to push. It's kind of a key of getting there. Like, you want to get there, guys. So we have some options here. I can push again, like in terms of like Patriot and go, but I want to leave a spot open anyways, and I don't care that my board is terrible. We're going to urgent shrink. We have 20 health. We're going to shrink. Okay? And we're just going to let this go. Next turn, we start with 20 gems. Okay? And when I push to 6, I get to build 2 shop 5s, right? So again, I get to pick my draw. That makes sense? To pick my draw. All right, so here we go. The absorbing man hits there, which actually kind of hurts us, but we still get this in play, and we're still going to win this fight, actually. Ring's going to summon him again. Okay. Now we're going to get the summon one more time. So we shrunk for no reason. How are we supposed to know? Our board is so weak there. But it's okay. We get the knockout, right? And we're going to move the shop 6 right here. And so, again, I want you to think about this, guys. We have missed, and I'm going to grab another shrink. We're just going to keep trying it. At the very least, it's thinning cards. But we've missed all the Modocs. We missed the rest of the game soldiers. We missed the Tonys. We missed so much tempo. It's completely irrelevant because we're picking our draws. So here we go. The Ancient One is the best pick here. And, this is rough. So there's no reason for another eye. We've got one already. Something wrong with another Wong, I guess. Yeah, we'll just take the other Wong and buff him. That's fine. Okay, so here comes the Ancient One. And at this point, Asp is one out the welcome. We want to save the possibility of these coming. That makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle this. See what we get here. There's another Ancient One, by the way, which is great. In fact, it's good enough to know that Madame Mask has no value, so we'll grab the Ancient One, and we're just going to run it with 4 cards. Come on to me. It's going to be more. It should be more than enough. Here we go. Let's urgently shrink in case it's not. See what happens. So they got Black Widow. And they're running the version of this deck that we talked about, the Black Widow version, right? There's Wong. Cool, we kill their Ancient One with that ability, which is awesome. We don't want to kill their Zemo because then she dies, which is actually bad for us. Well, actually, it could kill the Ulysses, which would be okay for us. So we're going to ping it back. That's the closest target. Okay. There we go. Zemo, hopefully it goes here. It does. Great for us. So Black Widow is really strong. Don't get me wrong. Black Widow is good. But we have more summoning power because we have an Ancient One and they do not. Okay? And so you see what we're doing here. It did not get attacked. It got pinged. So that's why it's still on the board. So now it's going to get attacked, which is good for us. And we should win this fight pretty easily, if I'm being honest. There you go. And we're going to take this player out, and that's the power of the Ancient One. That was all the Ancient One, guys. It's also the power of the Eye, right? We have the Eye, and they don't. That's why our guys were getting so big there. Okay? Okay. Voodoo's Call is going to pair great. And now we're looking for Mr. Strange. You know what we're looking for. We need a doctor. That's what we need. Okay. We can also go Black Panther and the Eye, which is fine. And we're going to play this.
Wakanda answers the call.
Okay, so this still leaves a slot for Wong to come into play. Has everybody got that? Okay, and the combo to go off, but it gives everything Retaliate now. So we're doing the same exact thing we did last turn with Retaliate.
I'm taking my shot.
Here we go. Now, of course, they were also playing Strange. We just killed Thor. That's really good for us. Next, we would like to kill Hulk and Captain America, but let's see what happens. Captain's got Iron Will. That's why it's still alive. Okay. Captain hopefully swings in the Panther. It does not. We have an Ancient One. It's going to be okay for us. And there's the Voodoo's Call, bringing this back, right, guys? That's why that card is good. And it brought this back and gave it this machine weapon. Okay, equal cost. And so Wong right now should kill the... Oh, nope. This Wong is going to make it kill the Wasp, not the Hulk. Closest adjacent character. But we're still good to go. There's the elimination of that Doctor Strange. And so again, as you can kind of see, right, we're playing against a bunch of Doctor Stranges. Our build just seems to be better. Big fan of our build. So Asgardian and Ragnarok. I can make a case for the Convergence Beam for sure. You can make a case for this extra Wong to Starburst it. We're going to do both. And I still need a doctor. Okay, there's Shao. Shao's good too. Shao's good too. Okay. So we're going to get rid of this at this point. I don't see the value in it anymore, if I'm being honest. We're going to play a Wong. Nothing wrong with that. And we're going to Convergence Beam. Could have bought this. Going to run out of time. We're not going to now. Okay, so here's Asgardian. Asgardian's a little tough for us to beat, if I'm being honest, because you've got to get through the Iron Wills. But we take out the Odin there with the ping, which is great for us. We get the Odin back. Yeah, how awesome is that? All right, there's the Voodoo's Call right here on the Herc. That's, you know that because we've never bought this equipment. We don't even have it in the deck, right? There's the Wong. We're going to ping him back for the win. All right, we got 2 players left. I believe it's us and one other. Mad Tiger. We know he's playing Ragnarok. Okay. So, a couple options against Ragnarok. We're going to grab the Thanos and just get a snap, because we might need it. You never know. But we don't even have a doctor still, guys. All right, Repulsor Blast is very good against Ragnarok. And this will Starburst the Wong, give us a super scheme. Another chance for a doctor. Still don't get there. All right, we're just going to gain some health. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's more opportunities, guys. All right, so frontline power last turn 80. A few ways we can handle this, really. There's quite a bit we can do here. This will come into play and take the Wong with it, so we don't need to play it. We can just leave the Thanos, honestly. And I think we can just snap, okay? Because even if we die, right, we're at 26 health. He's not dealing 26 damage. That would be crazy. So let's just snap and see if we can take out the Ragnarok combo here. Oh, there you go. It's just Enchantress. So let's see what happens here. It's going to trade places, but then now we're going to combo. And there we go. So our combo takes off, and we'll see what happens here. I think we're still done. Yeah. So we take, what is it, 2? It's going to be like 7, 9 damage, something like that. 8. Okay. Fine. So they went just Enchantress. Fine. We understand that. It's not a problem. Okay. Here's another Thanos. We'll grab another snap. We're not going to play it this time. We're going to look for Doctor Strange. We really need Doctor Strange. Another Repulsor Blast, actually, too. Man, how are we just missing everything right now? We'll see if they change their board and all. Otherwise, we'll just let this go. So remember, Enchantress gonna steal everything right now besides Thanos. Enchantress is just really ridiculous. Lowest power, right? Yeah. All right. So here's our options. Let's get rid of this. Let's take an aim soldiers. Let's use it. Get a MODOK. This is not the lowest power. We know that. Okay, we'll gain some health here too.
We have found the fight. Wakandan technology.
Let's see, what is lowest power going to give us? So the 4 with the lowest power are these 4, right? And that's going to bring in... let's search again. Let's do this. Let's do this. We'll just sell that back, then a card. How can we not get to Doctor Strange? Like, seriously? Alright, we're gonna sell the snap, guys. We need, confirm, we need this. Alright. Trading places again. Yeah. So we didn't make an adjustment there, which is good for us. We did not snap. He urgently shrank. He's going to try to rebuild this board, okay? Because he knew that I would... I mean, I made some sort of an adjustment on what he was going to steal, but not a huge one, right? So we got to find Doctor Strange. Like, come on. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, there's a Zelma back. Okay, there's Doctor Strange, guys. We certainly needed that. Here's an ancient one. Okay. Okay, so here's kind of what we're looking at. This will allow us to buy this too. All right, so now we got these 4, okay? And they're gonna trigger and start to put everybody in play here, guys. Ready? I still think we're gonna pull off this win. Very interesting, like super tech deck. And is he back to the Enchantress? No, he's back. Okay, big Thanos with a bewitching spell though. Okay, we're just gonna look for more Doctor Stranges here. Another Voodoo's Call. How do we want to do this? We're going to gain some more health, just in case something went terribly wrong, guys. Other than that, I think we're totally fine with this board. I don't see how he gets around it, honestly. Another snap. And so we bring back the ancient one. He steals it. We've got 2. He's got 1. We win again. All right.
Breathe deep and prepare.
So that's kind of just a good game to show you guys.
Full powers.
Kind of shows exactly how the deck works, what happens, the interactions between the cards, and the power of the Mystic. Doctor Strange, the Strangest Secret. I'm Telshaz. There's another Forgotten Realms gaming video. Come check us out. We'll be streaming tomorrow night on Twitch. Gonna be there about 6 p.m. Probably go for 3-4 hours, and I'll be playing some of this deck. I'll be playing some of the Hydra deck from my other video that's coming out tonight, and yeah, we'll get it all going for you guys. Again, that'll be Wednesday, tomorrow, February 3rd. I'm going to be streaming live on Twitch about 6 o'clock, playing some of this deck and ladder climbing with this and Hydra. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope it's helpful for the season. Journey in the Mystery, 29 days left. I'll see you on the other side of the realm.